What's up, internet? This is Weasley coming at you with more Street Fighter V, and for today's analysis, I am going into the first match of the video against Frank Nash's Monster. But before we get too far into it, I do want to explain that I do have the frame data with me, and I plan to reference it on times I get punished or times I miss a punish, and I'm going to look at moments in my game plan that, looking at it now, seem a bit questionable, and I implore you guys to do the same so we can collaborate and ultimately help me grow, help me become the ultimate fighting machine. Not quite the next Daigo, but pretty dang close. Let's boogie.
Round one. Fight!
So here, no criticisms, but Nash was feeling himself and decided to open with a heavy tragedy assault. That is 8 frames minus on block. I do go for a punish with 2MK, but I don't time that 2-frame window. I still get the hit because he wasn't crouch blocking, but I should instead go for 2LP, which has a startup of 3 frames, and I can cancel into a light Shokin. Alternatively, I could go for an anti-air, which has an 8-frame startup versus his 34, and I can cancel that anti-air into any Shokin of my choice and still get the hit, theoretically. So I do have options in this situation. Now, what you just saw, I'm not sure why I did that either. I didn't get much of an advantage out of it. I didn't fake him out. I was still too far to him with that JMK. It was just all around a dumb move. And it wasted time that could have been spent advancing normally. That's my bad. I'm afraid bad 2MKs are going to be a trend in this video. I apologize in advance. But more importantly, I totally could have jumped that Sonic. I was too worried that I wouldn't recover from that bad 2MK in time, but I do recover in time, but I still block. Now I do shoot a Hadouken of my own, which he tries to counter with another Sonic, but really late, so I get a lot of ground for free. But what I do with that ground, I'll let you see for yourself. Seeing that I did this ticks me off. Stuff like this is why I'm still in bronze. And I'm still really salty about that. I mean, look at this. I was half a screen away. Nothing I would have done would have reached him. He does jump in and I blocked that, but still, this is really annoying to me. Like, why do I have a habit of 2MK at the worst possible time? Holy shoot. So, what I did during that standoff was ill-advised, though it worked out for me that time. 2MK is -3 on block. Combine that with the startup of 6, that's 9 frames. You're open. You're open for 9 frames. I am open for 9 frames. From a tactical standpoint, I'm always a bit dubious about air-to-airs. Unfortunately for this match, I do a lot of air-to-airs. My mind prefers anti-airs, but it seems my thumbs prefer air-to-airs because they look cool. By the end of this, it looks like I'm going to have a lot of really cool thumbnails to choose from, but I digress. This bad 2MK hurts me because a sweep would have done just fine, but I already have a bad habit of sweeping, and to try and break it, I opt for the safer 2MK. But sometimes a sweep is needed. So we already covered my stance on air-to-airs, but straight after this one in particular, I got a bit too happy and did a forward step to a jab, but he jumped and avoided it. But it turned out that jump was a moonsault. So if I stayed right where I was, played a little more patiently, I could have punished the heck out of that. It's no secret that I love using Hadouken to take space. What I also love to do is use lows on my advance. So I go for a 2MP followed by a 2MK, which is all well and good until you consider that 2MP is plus on block, but 2MK has a 6 frame startup. So I'm open for 4 frames minimum. So if my opponent has godlike timing, it could turn into a problem. Fortunately, I won't have that problem for a long time, but it is something I should consider. I just want to be honest and say that I feel like I gave this man a little too much respect, and I should probably work on stopping pressure. It's hard to tell, but I don't think that was a meaty. But I will say my Okizeme needs work, though it does get the job done. I drop the 5MP, 4 HP Shokin combo and go for a sweep instead. Now watch me get punished. I don't cancel in the Shokin, instead opting to go for 2MK, which is blocked, then I go for a sweep. That should not have worked, but somehow it did. There's the punish. I just want to call to attention one of the few good 2MKs this round, because the way I set this up, that JMK at the start, safe. 5MP, safe. And between that and the 2MK, there's a 3 frame window where your opponent can theoretically act, but for all intents and purposes, it's safe, because nobody can do anything in those 3 frames. They're much better off just blocking, and my buddy Nash here tried to mash out, but that failed spectacularly. That was a counter hit. If only I was able to follow up on it.
It can't be over!
I did it!
Round 2. Fight!
A testament to why I'm dubious about air-to-airs. That jump wasn't a real jump per se, it was a moonsault. Whoops. I don't know about you, but I personally hate the fact that Sonic Scythe is plus. Every version of it. Yeah, I'm a bit of a go-getter when it comes to bad kicks. Bad 2MK, followed by a bad 2HK. I don't know why my brain said sweep and not uppercut, but I fully deserved the following combo. That was a golden whiff punish opportunity! It seems my method of Okizeme is getting predictable. I can't complain with staying out of the corner, but I probably should have let go of the buttons. Like I said, Sonic Scythe is plus. It didn't help that I have an 8 frame startup on that 2HK. This could have been prevented with a jab. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not fireball at Footsie's range. First of all, hopping around the battlefield is not recommended. Second, at that range you want to confirm with a sweep. Hugging during a duel isn't recommended, but real talk, how the heck did I whiff a grab that badly? I believe the old saying goes, if you DP needlessly, you're gonna get punished, dummy. Truly, words of wisdom. Okay, in my defense, this move caught me completely by surprise. Like, I haven't seen this move in forever, if I saw it at all. And I realized that as long as you standing block, you'll be fine. That's good to know at the very least.
Down you go.
You can probably tell what happens next.
I don't have time for this. Final round. Fight.
Don't mind me just backing away like a coward. At the very least, I charge a Hadouken before feeling an air-to-air, and I grab straight after. Until I get timing down to the frame, I should probably just block if an attack is blocked. So this has to be the worst time sweep in history. Today I learned to respect strings. This was supposed to be the end. Alas, I didn't cancel.
Obvious. It can't be over. You win.
Well, ultimately I won that, though I made a plethora of mistakes that hopefully over time will be corrected. I mean, I shouldn't say hopefully, but definitely, that will definitely be corrected over time. And if you like this video, leave a like. If you think this is something I should be doing more, leave a like and comment. And if you're new around here, subscribe and join us next time when we have another video. I'm not entirely sure what the next video will entail, but it will entail a reckoning, because it will be a fighting game. I will see you guys then. For now, I, Weasley, shall try and come up with a better sign-off.